Baba Steve, today is the 5th of December, a beautiful day. Sun is shining and Nat is standing in front of me. And we are going to talk today about Donald Trump, the objective and the egoism. You know, the object which you can always see that, all of you. Your own body, your own image, maybe in the mirror. The Donald Trump, bless his heart, he's a beautiful soul, and he's trying to go lodging, he's trying to find his objectivity. Intelligent person, businessman, honest man, happy. I see a smile on his face. But he is running on the periphery of that subjectivity. But he is only objective. And let me share with you what I mean a objective. He's talking about immigration, he's talking about manufacturing jobs, he's talking about the security. He did talk to Taiwan president, and whatever he talked, he knows more than anybody else. But it all was objective. See, if you become a witness to your own self, what existence has given you, then you begin to understand where are you and what is the subjective and what is the objective. Subjective is what you see my body, same as the Donald Trump. I see him sitting there, I can see him feeling, touching, I can touch his hand. It may not sound too crazy, but if I look at that, he's sitting next to me. And when I ask him a question, Donald Trump, where are you today? He says, I'm here. I said, where? Which part of the party? I touch his hand. A life. I said, Donald Trump is not a life. Donald Trump is not a hand. It is sitting in your mind. And that is a subjective thing. He beginning to understand a little bit. I said, that name is given to you by your dad and mom. And that is impregnated in your brain. And you have created an empire, Trump Empire, Trump Tower. And you have created the Trump kingdom in all parts of the world. And that is all objective. You try to get to the subjective, the mind. And that mind has all the emotions, the desires, and your expressions, and ideas. And all that was what happened, that objective and subjective all got together. And you forgot about yourself, the witness which is there, the consciousness, the awareness, the oneness beyond the duality. And as you grow, you developed from the childhood, from your mom and dad, from the society, from the religion and the education and your experience, and now you got a total empire kingdom of Trump. And now you have become going to be official elected president of the United States. I have to get you to the subjectivity. Beyond that subjectivity, that is the oneness, witness, the consciousness, the awareness. Where the duality is gone, only the existence left. Only existence lives there. I know you are a Christian, and you want the Jesus Christ to be inside of you. But let me tell you about Jesus Christ, Donald. When he was 21 years of age, let me tell you, Donald Trump, about Jesus Christ. When he was 21 years of age, he was a carpenter. And he wanted to get enlightened. And he left Israel and he went to Egypt, then Greek, and then he went to Tibet, where he saw to learn the consciousness of Buddha. Buddha was a great soul. literally got out what really consciousness is. And Jesus Christ learned that from him. And then he went to Kashmir, that is India, where he learned what we call Sat Chit and Anand. He learned Sat means the truth, Chit means the consciousness, and Anand means the bliss, this body. And he also learned Satyam means the truth, Shivam means being, a God being, Sundaram, a beautiful body. Total consciousness where you go inside your own paradise. So when he came back to Israel, he was totally transformed. He was totally transcended to the consciousness and the awareness. He was totally become unconditional consciousness. And when he said to Herod and the Pontiff and the priest, all these people start talking, and he said, the kingdom of heaven is inside of you. They got scared. They couldn't understood it. At that time, there was no internet. The media was nothing at that time. So unfortunately, he was crucified. He was the only awake person at that time. And he was the only one who crucified. But he was a total consciousness, awareness, total existence living in the present. I know you want to be that too, Donald. And we need to get you there. I met you in the second week of February in Plymouth, New Hampshire. You saw me. I was the only Sikh gentleman. I know you remember my face. Then I met you in Valdosta, then in Tampa. Then I remember on 24th of October, you came to Tampa and you had a rally. And I was standing in the back and I could see you and you were seeing me. I could not talk to you, of course, because of all the security and so on. But I did a mesmerism of what you call that you let your ego go. Break that wall of ego. And that energy of throne which I did that, I don't understand, but I know it has happened because I learned it when I was 15 years of age. And that energy came to you and you drop your ego. And you were still at the periphery of your body, of your life. So you literally got it whichever way, I don't know, but the law of existence is called the Ritam Bhara Pragya. If your desires are aligned with the law of nature, they will fulfill. And I tell you, I came home and my wife says, today he has given the best speech. I admire you, Donald Trump. You are the great soul. I know you're finding everybody to come in your cabinet. I know you talked about Mitt Romney. And my request to you is, I think you should consider him wholeheartedly, because he's a rebellion like you, and he's going to help you. Don't think about the past. Think about now. And get him in your side. And let him be a part of your one arm. He may be your right arm. I know you got Dr. Ben Carson, a HUD secretary. I think he's a beautiful soul. He's a God-gifted person. You have made the wonderful choice. You are making all the beautiful choices. And I know the lady who worked with you, Kellyanne Conway, beautiful person, who will help you to win this election. Calm you down. Get your ego away. Broken the wall, part of it. But I see the wall is still rising again. I can feel it. You are twittering every day. I think it is great. You are communicating with the people. But you have to break this wall totally. It was Buddha 2,500 years ago. And there's a Mana Mantra who had his own kingdom there. And he had a beautiful wife, Sundari, and she was a disciple of Buddha. And she wanted to be a sannyasi, and she wanted to be a yogi. And what happened is, one day Buddha comes to the capital, Mahamantra, which he was a king. So his wife says, who was a beautiful soul, I want to go and see him. He said, I also want to go see him. So he was sitting outside the town in a valley on the top of a mountain, and Mahamantra king comes and his wife, and he brings a beautiful diamond which he want to give him. And his wife says, look, he don't need a diamond. Why don't you give him a lotus flower? So he also took a lotus flower with him, and he went there, and he bowed his head in front of Buddha. And then the Buddha looked at him, and he had in one hand, he had a diamond which was so beautiful that he can buy another kingdom. But he wanted to give him. And the other hand, he had a lotus flower. So Buddha says he first wanted to give him that diamond. And there were about 10,000 disciples of Buddha were sitting there. And diamond, he looked at, and the Buddha says, drop it. Second time he said, drop it. Finally it dropped, and the diamond broke into pieces. And then he says, drop from the other hand the lotus flower also. So by listening to him, at fifth time he dropped that also. And when he dropped all that, the Buddha stand in front of him, telling him, drop it. He never understood what is he talking now. He said again, drop it. He wanted to drop his ego. He don't want to take his flower, and he don't want to take his diamond, because that will give him more ego. So Buddha says, when he dropped his ego, the Mahamantra laughed. And the laughing, which is the deepest part of your body, the consciousness comes. And every disciple, they start laughing. Laughing, when you do that from your inner side, that's a true love. That's a true life, true consciousness, true awareness. You have to learn to become with that consciousness by dropping the ego. Buddha gave him back the lotus flower, and he started a new journey, a mystic life. I want to share with you my book, which I wrote it for Donald Trump. And this book is the prescription for conditioned unconsciousness. And I want everybody to go to our website, babasteve.org, to download the book. And I can tell you, this book has the total awareness how you can learn. It will explain to you the biology, the morphology, the pathology, the transformation, and about how to get rid of your conditioned unconsciousness, how to control yourself, how to become a paradise to yourself, and how you can get rid of your disease which is sitting on the periphery. You will learn how to go inside of yourself. There's a chapter called Awakening by the Master. Read it every day and follow the instructions. And you will have a power inside of yourself, this body, that you can get rid of the cancer, the heart disease, the diabetic. But again, you should always work with your health practitioner. And they are not conscious, bless their heart, they are trying. So you can help them by reading the book, by educating yourself and work with them synergistically and become life with them so you can heal yourself. Because once you learn how to become the total consciousness, awareness, and oneness, and the bliss and the infinity which is inside of you, you will see, if you stand under a tree and you will learn, you will penetrate into the tree and to the leaves of the tree and the flowers of the tree and the fruit of the tree, and the tree will penetrate back into you. My request now is to Donald Trump and his staff. Please contact us, babasteve.org, or you can call us 727-686-3489. So I can get him to the deepest part of his consciousness. I should get him because he is still wobbling outside. He's a beautiful person. He is still outside the periphery. He needs to come inside of the Trump itself, where he learn what a paradise is, become oneness, the whole, the life, the bliss, the infinity. I'm not looking for any money. I'm not looking for any favor. I again request you, please contact us. God bless. Namaste.